Hello comic book lovers, and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be giving you my top 5 comic books coming out in July of 2021. I'll go over what each comic is about and why I selected them for this list. So if you're looking for some new comics to check out this month, this is the video for you. First up, we have Clans of Belari, which releases on July 7th. Clans of Belari is on this list because I think it has potential to be an interesting sci-fi epic like The Expanse. Based on the description, it has some interesting things like an outside alien threat, oppressive governments, and a feudal society, showing how the political scene is set up. I do get a little worried seeing the phrase "system of oppression" in the description. This could be a sign that the comic will be focused on systematic racism or something like that, where the authors want to show us how our society is just like the society in this comic in a lot of ways. I could do without a political lesson in my entertainment, but that just seems to be how the industry is going right now. But I can't judge anything until I read it for myself, and I hope I'm proven wrong. Primary laws of the Belari system. 1. No person or clan may exit the system. 2. No person or clan may do the designated work of another clan. 3. Clans may not merge. 4. Any person that breaks a primary law shall be made outcast. On the far side of the galaxy, an isolated branch of humanity is trapped in a feudal dystopia. Order is maintained by a system of oppression until an orphan girl and her incorrigible adoptive father sow the seeds of a revolution and unite the clans against a fearsome alien threat. From Rob Blackie and Peter Blackie, creators and writers of Netflix's historical action-adventure series Frontier, and artist Daniel Main, comes this vast and enthralling sci-fi adventure. Next we have Beyond the Breach, which releases on July 14th. This comic looks like an excellent mix of fantasy and science fiction. The main character looks to be engaging, as well as we see how she handles something so crazy when many of the other things in her life have fallen apart. Seeing some of the preview images for this comic also has me excited because of how the creatures are designed, so I'm interested to see where they go with the story. Life sucks for Vanessa. Her mother just died and her boyfriend is cheating on her with her own sister. To clear her mind, Vanessa is taking the California road trip that she's been dreaming about for years. Her postcard perfect drive through old forests quickly turns when the breach hits. A bizarre anomaly in the sky plunges California into a nightmare world populated with strange, extra-dimensional creatures. Now Vanessa, along with Dougie, an orphan child, and Kai, a strange fuzzball of a beast, must fight to survive if they ever hope to make it back home, if there even is a home to return to. Written by Ed Brisson and illustrated by Damian Cosiro, Beyond the Breach is a fantastical sci-fi road trip adventure about perseverance and finding family in unexpected places. Next we have Icon and Rocket Season 1, which releases on July 27th. I've never heard of Icon and Rocket, but I saw in Comixology that the original run of Icon was during the mid-90s. This comic looks to be one that is no stranger to political commentary, with the original Icon being a character that displays conservative economic and social views. On the Wikipedia page for Icon, it talked about how Clarence Thomas, the Supreme Court Justice, was a big fan of Icon, and even used quotes from the character. With all that said, I hope this comic can provide some nuanced discussion of economic and social issues without denigrating or attacking one side of the political spectrum. I think it would be beneficial to present both sides of an argument and have the reader consider the options to form their own opinion. This first issue of Icon and Rocket should be interesting as we see how they will merge the superhero action with political commentary. Long ago, the stranded alien known as Arnis gave up hope of returning to his home planet. Tragically, he'd also realized that his adopted home of Earth was beyond saving. Content to waste away his long life in a human guise, Arnis was past caring, until the day a young woman named Raquel Irving crashed into his life. Soon she'd convince him to put his incredible power to work again as the heroic Icon, and to transform her into his sidekick, Rocket. But an innocent question on Rocket's part, why can't we do something about the drugs on my corner, quickly set a chain of events in motion leading to the pair becoming the most hunted beings on Earth. and they're not just being pursued by Earthlings either. Writer, director, and producer Reginald Hudlin and superstar artist Doug Braithwaite unleash a tale of power and responsibility that will stretch from the boardrooms of corporate America to the jungles of South America and the depths of deep space. If you've ever thought there was certain things that a superhero story just couldn't do, it just might be time to start thinking differently. Next up is Rune's Son of the Black Wolves, which releases on July 28th. Runes looks super interesting simply because of the setting. I watched the TV show The Last Kingdom in 2020 and really loved watching a story set in the times of the Vikings in the 800 and 900s AD. That show looks to be in a similar vein with this comic, following a Viking in England and how he navigates this dangerous and unfamiliar land. There will also be some magic involved with the presence of this powerful witch who is watching him. In 850 CE Alba, present-day Scotland, it is night. A storm rages on the Great Sea and a Viking Drakkar is shipwrecked against the cliffs. The only prisoner on the ship, a Northman, miraculously manages to escape. Fleeing from his past, from unforgiving nature, and armed only with luck, the man moves into the clearings of the coast. Foreigner and hated in this land, the skilled Viking warrior will clash with inhabitants of Alba, while a powerful witch watches him, fighting for his life, surviving for revenge. A Northman. And last up we have Dune, Blood of the Sardaukar, which releases on July 28th. Dune has been a series I've always wanted to get into, but haven't got around to reading the books yet. Fortunately, the comic series Dune House Atreides started last year, which was a great entry point for me into this universe. This standalone story will be an exploration of a character named Joptai Colonna, who is in some of the books that Brian Herbert has written inside the Dune universe. We follow Joptai, a highly trained military unit, as he is forced to choose between his duty and forgiveness. I've enjoyed the House Atreides series and have equally high hopes for this one. When the choice is vengeance or honor, which lies at the heart of the Sardaukar? Joptai Colonna, one of the Sardaukar, the Emperor's elite military unit. The Sardaukar are unbeatable, unbending in their devotion to the Emperor, and feared throughout the galaxy. When Joptai meets Duke Leto of House Atreides, the house he believes responsible for the destruction of his home planet and family, he will be forced to question a lifelong hatred. Tasked with overthrowing the Atreides stronghold on Dune for his master, Joptai will be forced to choose between duty and forgiveness. And that's going to do it for this week's video. If you like this type of video, please leave me a like down below, and also leave me a comment on any comics that you're planning to pick up this month. You can also subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see more videos like this, or individual comic reviews that I do from a Christian worldview. Thanks for watching. Remember to keep reading and to share the gospel with somebody this week.